And welcome, everyone. This is the Alfa Las Vegas Open, the third of 6 events of the CueSports International Predator Pro Billiard Series scheduled for 2022. 192 players, $125,000 in prize fund. These events are held alongside the CSI State Championships in all 6 events. The game is 10 ball, 2 races to 4 with a spot shot shootout if each player wins a set. 30-second shot clock, 30-second extension, except after the break where they have 60. This is George T.H. in the booth with Mark White.
Hello. Good morning.
We got 2 fine Polish players, the youngster Wiktor ZIELINSKI, and of course, then we have Konrad JUSZCZYSZYN, your favorite Scrabble player, right?
Yeah.
Why
That's
are you
worth,
laughing?
I've worked it out last night. It's worth about 75 points, that name.
Wow.
So here we go. First game of the day. So excited about this. There's so much talent in Poland at the moment. I like to call it Pooland.
Pooland.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stop nicking my jokes, George.
I just putting it out there for everybody else.
Oh, what a shot that is to start the morning off from Conrad. Beautiful
Aggressive.
shot.
He's saying, I'm not taking any prisoners. Fargo, you can see the players' Fargo scores on the right side of their name. 782 for JUSZCZYSZYN and 804 for the young Wiktor ZIELINSKI. Conrad is actually ranked 19th on the tournament points. He placed 5th in Michigan, 9th in Arizona. He's played 5 events and placed in 2 of them. Wiktor played 2 events last year. I believe he was 5th in Las Vegas and 9th in Michigan. I don't think he's played one this year so far.
Do you ever sleep at night? I just want to ask, do you just go and read
No.
stats all night?
I read stats all the time.
You must be a hoot.
That must be a hoot. Yeah. Well, I will say, when I'm not at these tournaments, I don't do anything pool related.
I'll tell you what, George, that was such a good shot. I thought he finished a bit short on that 3, a little bit close to the side rail, but he played an absolutely beautiful shot. He's a very straight shooter, Conrad.
Both of these guys are just, you watch their technique, you watch their fundamentals. They're both real solid. This is a 2-stage tournament, and I've got the payouts for you guys. Yesterday, I think I mentioned there was 48 in the final stage. No, there isn't. There's 64. The first 32 in the round 1, they each get 500 apiece. They're paying rather deep. Round 2 gets 1,000 apiece. Round 3 with 8 players will get 2,000 apiece. Round 4, 4,000, and of course round 5, which are your semifinals, losers will get 8,000. Then your winner, he gets 30,000, and second place finisher, a nice round number of $15,000, adds up to 125.
Wow.
It's all on the bracket. I just have to read it once in a while.
Yeah, just speaking of the bracket, guys, if you'd like to check out the bracket and times of matches and all the information you need, where to watch and what times and stuff like that, go to usprobilliardseries.com. Everything you need is there. Right, Conrad on the 8 ball, going up for the 9. This looks a good start, break and run.
He's just been flawless in his execution here so far. Is he going to come straight down? I don't think he's going to wrap 2 rails. I think he's going to come straight down by the right-hand side pocket. Oh, he wrapped around 2 rails. Excuse me.
Great start. Cueing well. Absolutely perfect on the 10 ball. It's going to be 1-0. He's in pole position.
He's in pole. Well, Conrad takes the first game. I did not notice, since I was doing the intro, did Conrad break or did Wiktor break?
I've forgotten already, George.
Okay.
I'm not here for my brains, remember that.
Okay.
We've got 13 other games or 13 other tables. I don't know whether they're all full with players at the moment, but there is an earlier round that started at 9:30 on the outer tables, and we'll keep you up to date with all the scores from around the room. And there's plenty going on, and there's plenty going to be going on this main table today. And I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to Jason Shaw tonight, 6 p.m. I cannot wait for that one against Jungo. Here we go. Conrad breaking. Second rack. 1 up. Hit them nice and straight, George. Cue ball straight up the side, up the middle of the table. Unfortunately, didn't make a ball. And look at that spread. That's like a practice routine. It looks like a drill. So a chance. And our first look at this lovely cue action, this Rolls Royce cue action, I call it.
Oh, he gets such a spin on the ball. He just so effortless. He moves the cue ball around like it's on a string.
Now I've got a question for you. Oh, a very intelligent shot. Didn't want to take the risk. Wants to get his arm going, warm up, get used to the table. Question, George.
Fire.
Victor started playing pool at 8 years old. What were you doing when you were 8 years old?
Playing marbles.
Same sort of thing.
It was.
You just needed a cue.
He actually is the youngest player to ever win a Euro Tour when he won the Treviso in 2017.
Yeah. The only reason I played marbles was because I didn't have a cue. I was too poor.
At 8 years, I didn't know what a pool table was, I don't think. I started playing about 15. My older brother played pool, and I used to watch him at 14 and 15. And then they put a pool table in the back of my grandmother's house, and voila.
That's a good solid hit. Now, has he had any luck? I
No.
don't think so.
No. And,
So another chance for Conrad.
and look how nice it lines up for him. I'm curious to see how he's going to play this. This table draws the ball. It just moves so fast. Will he play the two on the side? And so he'll stun the ball forward, or will he come back just a hair for the two in the corner? It's a matter of preference, for the players.
Point in his cue there as if he's just going to stun run this. Just stun follow a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's tried to get the cue ball away from the rail and try to create an angle that's not there. So first real chance then for Victor.
When I see those tweeners like that, where you're in between pockets, I wonder what players do what, because it's a matter of preference. It's all the way. It's just how they cue the ball and what they like to cue it.
That's a lovely stroke.
Dead in the middle of the pocket. Didn't
Beautiful shot.
even glance off the rail.
Didn't touch the sides. I walked down here at about 8:15 this morning. And all the outside tables, of course, all the pro tables, they were all being practiced on by the pros waiting for their games at 9:30. But the 110 bar tables in here were all full. The competitions had already started. We're, of course, playing the BCA and the USA Pool League Championships here. BCA World Championships, USA Pool League National Championships, over 5,000 players participating. Amazing, amazing. As Margaret Fefalova said, this place is mind-blowing.
Is this her first time here?
First time.
Okay, so she must be this. I'm telling you, if you guys have never been down to the CSI Expo, when they fill this with, there's over 300 tables here in 3 different ballrooms. If you've never been here, it is impressive. Walking down the halls to get here, coming into the room and seeing all these tables, all the vendors, the lights around the room. It is very impressive, as is this young man right here as he moves the cue ball just effortlessly. And so far this rack, he's been in a nice, comfortable zone.
Yeah, this kid definitely has a future. I mean, he's the same age as Fedor Gorst, right?
He's 21.
And they're going to have some great battles over the coming years. I'm looking forward to their battles because they very similar styles,
Right. Yeah. Oh, definitely. The one thing I will say regarding comparing him to Federer, and from what I've seen, just my opinion, is Federer seems so much more seasoned than this young man.
Yeah, but if Victor's got any little slight fault, I'm not calling it a fault, but just that something not quite right yet is his temperament. Sometimes he lets his mind go a little bit awry when when he starts missing. He's great when he's in full flow. And we're going for a break, but we're going to be in full flow straight after it.
Victor ZIELINSKI to break the balls. This is the second round match. Conrad had a bye, but Victor defeated Paul Ewing 4-2 and 4-1. So he hasn't been in a shootout so far this tournament.
Well, we know he can cue nicely. What's his break like?
A little off to the side.
Oh,
Seven
is he
ball
going to make
tracked
the
in. Three ball's going to track in.
Oh,
No,
go
didn't
on,
fall.
three. Oh.
Doesn't make much difference.
I'm sitting so close to that 3 ball, I could blow it in.
See what he does with this. I like him putting the cue ball right where his finger is. You know, just coming right back over and sending that one ball down by the 10. And he has a ball to stop behind the other ball, so it's
over by the deuce somewhere,
over by the deuce somewhere, like right about there.
Yeah, just hit that.
Yeah.
There, absolutely perfectly played. Nice shot, Victor. So, has he brought his jump cue to the party? I think
it's going to be tough with a jump cue, but he might have to do something along those lines. You know, shots like he just shot right there. I actually love trying to put that one ball where I have a combination on the 10 for early 10s when I'm guaranteed that I'm going to have him well hooked, because otherwise you're setting the guy up. So it's a gamble, but he's trying to tie the 2 ball.
Oh,
It didn't work.
I think he played it off the rail and just misjudged it.
And hit the ball going
in? He hit the ball
wow.
going down. Yeah, he pointed where he wanted to hit on the
Should
side
I loan
rail.
him my readers?
Say you what, mate?
I said, should I loan him my readers?
Yeah, just don't loan him mine. Let's just have a quick chat about what's going on around the room. Plenty of games going on. Hamero Esquivel, I'm going to wait for your criticisms there. He's a set down and 2 set down to the young Adrian Prasad.
Where's
great,
that name?
great young future.
Homero Esquivel.
Michael Jednak from New York. He's just lost 4-0, 4-1 to Vilmos Foldes.
Vilmos is playing very, very well.
Mario Heat lost the first set to Jason Robichaud, 4-3, and he's 1-0 down in the second. Max Adams a set down and 3-2 down. And Tyler Steyer lost the first set 4-3 to Jan van Lierop. There you go, you're up to date.
All righty, and Victor here is going to shoot this 2 ball down the rail and come down for the little bit of inside for the 4 ball. Is he going to get behind the 9? No, he's going to come right by. There you go. Nicely done.
Beautifully played.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain players, sorry, George, there's certain players that you just look forward to watching, and these are 2 of them, of mine. 2 of my, I love watching Federer, I love watching Jason Shaw, I like watching Shane play. There's just a few players, you know, that your real favourites. Have you got any favourites that you like to watch?
Actually, I do. I do have. But what I was going to say to the ones you just pointed out, their game is so rhythmic, it flows. It just comes from within. One of my favorite players, actually, I've never really seen him play live. Yulong Chang. He's here, too.
Yeah, he's
here. And I watched him last night. And in a match, and he's just the consummate gentleman at the table. You don't know if he's winning or losing. Of course, he won 4-0, 4-1, but you never know if he's winning or I think it was 4-0, 4-0 actually. But
you just told me a little fib. You just told me a little white lie there. You said you'd never watched him play live, and then the next
I forgot about that. I forgot
about
about that. Excuse me.
I saw him playing last night.
I'm sorry. I should have said I've never watched him play live before this tournament. There's a qualifier. How's that?
Now I've got a question for you.
Fire.
I'm
going to get in trouble here, folks.
Oh, this is beautiful. No, you're not. It's quite an interesting little chat, actually, I think. So Victor here to go 2-1 up, and in it goes. So yesterday, George, we were talking about how many American players.
Oh, that's right. You gave me homework.
I gave you homework. So I'm your teacher. Right, good morning.
Okay.
Raise your arm if you are present. Are you here?
Yes,
Mr.
teacher. There's Conrad. There's a good view of Conrad. Conrad waiting his turn to come to the table. This is winter break format, so Victor will be breaking again.
Stop getting out of the homework.
Okay, the homework. I counted them up by looking at the players list.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be a little different. There was 105 guys listed under USA, but there was many players that are listed under USA because that's where they paid their fee from. But there was like Jason Shaw's listed USA. A couple of the Taiwanese were USA. Daniel Schneider, of course, lives in San Antonio now. So, but he's listed USA. So, and I believe I overheard you say on a couple different occasions that there's like about 78.
74, I
74
said.
is what you said. Okay.
But I'm not saying I'm right either.
Oh no, it's not a matter of being. You have to go through the list and know exactly all the players.
Yeah.
There was quite a few that you couldn't determine where they were from, and we saw that they were wrong as far as where they came from. For instance, Amalia Matas, she was listed as Brazilian. She's Spanish.
Yeah.
So things like that.
Wow, he's just tried a
things we can improve on.
And the one, he's made the combo. Intelligent shot there, controlled the one ball nicely. And your answer was? What was your final? Did you work it out finally?
When I started to count them and I just gave up.
Got bored.
Well, no, it's not a matter of got bored. I just realized it was a task that I could get away with 105 because I can prove it. And your 78 sounds about accurate. There'd be like 25 players somewhere along the line there that aren't really from the USA.
Well, although you got it right and wrong, that's why I'm going to forego your detention.
Thank you.
But I will just make this comment as I mark your paper. George Teixeira could do better. Right, back to the match.
All righty.
4-ball in the side. Now, how's he going to get to this 5-ball? He's come the wrong side of this 4-ball. He's going to have to go around 3 or 4 rails here.
Well, I don't see
3
him,
at least.
I don't see him playing the combo, although he might just stop and play the combo.
Oh, nice draw shot. Look at this. What a shot this is. He'd love a bump on that 8-ball, 4-ball.
Oh, he'd like a better bump because now he's what I call the silent safety over a ball.
Tony Robles calls it tree-topped or
Tree-topped.
top of Mount Everest.
Okay. Oh, he hit that beautifully. It's just, this is what I mean about fundamentals. Shots like that, if your fundamentals aren't there, that is a very, very tough shot.
I mean, this is like a boxing match, you know. Either one, they're just sparring here. They're back and forth, toe to toe, jab, jab, jab.
Well, I will say one thing that I've noticed already is they've got this table rolling a lot better than it was yesterday. And it looks real smooth. They've worked on it.
Yeah, remember, you know, that the conditions can change as more people come into the room. The temperature of the room changes, so that changes how quick a table can run, whether the rails are bouncy or not, whether the aircon's on. And we're going to go for a quick break, George.
Konrad JUSZCZYSZYN to break the balls here in this first set. They're tied at 2. Left-hander, as you can see. Both players are sponsored by Predator.
Well,
playing with Predator equipment.
Once again, it's dry. We are in the desert. And look at this for a nice starting ball. Not easy to get. I think he's a little bit straight on this, but he might have just the slightest angle. Can he run between the 7? No, he can't. He's
He'd
drawing.
probably play the 2 ball to the bottom corner.
Oh, nicely played. Now he can play the 9 in the side if he wants.
Yeah, but his cue ball's going to get away from him. The 2 ball's going to go up above the side pocket, and the cue ball's going to come down into the 7 or past it.
I think he can run past this and come back
come
up
back
for the
up.
2 in the same pocket, maybe. Oh, he's played
Just
the
going to
camera.
hold it and
Beautifully
perfect.
played.
He used the 7 to hold position. Perfect.
Very nice.
Very, very well done.
There was a lovely sight last night as I was walking around after we'd finished, George. I know you were sweating some matches. I walked around and had a little look round, and there was a lovely moment where the 3 co-brothers were all playing at the same time on adjacent tables. It was really, really nice to watch.
It was the same the first night. People were sectioned off, and you had little cliques or groups of players kind of hanging out, playing Scotch doubles. That's another one of the things that you guys miss at home if you're not down here at the Rio watching this. Is you see some of these guys. It's a lot different than your pool room that you see. In the pool room, everybody's cutthroat. They're trying to get in your pocket. Here, you know, it's tournament, and they help each other. They talk about the game. You'll see them shoot a shot, set it up, and several guys try it, take it. It's a whole different atmosphere.
I don't know whether this is true or not, whether somebody's pulling my leg. Do their names mean baby co, middle co, and old co?
I don't know.
I've heard that their names translate into that. I don't know whether it's true or not.
That'd be interesting.
Maybe they were pulling my leg, George.
Well,
if they were, it's JC Tan is his name, a friend of mine from Bangkok. And I don't know whether, and they were all getting on it, so I think it might be true. Let us know in the chat if it's true or not. So this then to get on the hill. Now ZIELINSKI's in pole position. Sorry, George, about that little pun.
It works. I don't understand why you would apologize for it.
So the arena beginning to see its first, well, not customers, because it's free to watch. And guys, if you're in the Vegas area, feel welcome to come down. There's so much action to watch. Over 320 tables in the Rio All Suites Arena. Everything is absolutely free. It's free to get in. There's vendors all around the outside. You can buy a new cue. You can try out a table. You can try out a jump cue. You never know what you might see around here, Joe. I even saw one vendor selling cuddly toys. Paul.
Yes, that was the gloves. That was the gloves booth. Yeah, they do custom-made gloves for you, and they have all these little, like they look like a circus atmosphere with all these little prize stuffed toys.
It's like one of those things you see at the fair with it.
Exactly.
I almost want a crane to grab one of them and pull it out. Right, here we go then.
7, no.
Is he going to
4,
make a
no.
ball?
It doesn't look like he did.
And look, there's the butcher.
See, this is one of the things I admire about the Polish players. Look, there's both of them. Mieszko Fortunski, I forget the other gentleman's name. Maciol.
Yeah.
And they watch, especially when Victor's playing, they are all in attendance, and they monitor his, like you said, attitude to get that under control and things like that. And this is what I meant when you see the little cliques and you see people working together.
Yeah, it's lovely to see. the Austrians are the same. There's little cliques of players, you know, that always come and support each other. And two big names, of course, who have a lot of support as well from their partners mainly. Fedor Gorst, Christina Tkach, they're not here. And also Joshua Filler and Pia aren't here as well. I believe Joshua and Pia's was a visa issue. They couldn't.
I heard that someplace.
They had too many
I read
days
that
or something.
Yes, something like that.
Which is a shame. Always want to see the best players around, but we've got a pretty good, strong field here.
I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I overheard someone say that Jasmine Ocean caught COVID. That's why she's not here.
Yeah, she caught COVID. She's in quarantine in
Minneapolis
at the moment, but she will be here in time for
the ladies'
women's Las Vegas Open, yeah. Which starts on the
28th.
28th, right? You sure it's not the 30th? I think you told me the 30th yesterday, didn't you? Come on, George. You told me the 30th yesterday.
Women's tournament starts on the 29th.
I thought you told me 29th was the day off for us. So now I haven't got a day off.
I don't know if we're doing the commentary for that.
I've booked a podcast.
I think the 28th is our day off.
Is it?
I don't want this. Is 4 days. This ends Saturday. We're off on Sunday, and we start the Predator World 10 Ball on Monday.
Well, I have an apology to make to Garrett. I'm supposed to be doing a podcast, and I booked it for the 29th, I think. Better change it. Right, back to the poll. Back to the important stuff.
Oh, he's going to leave. It's going to leak out.
Yeah, and he's left a safety on here. I like getting behind the 8. Yeah, behind the 8 here.
So does Conrad.
Well, it's a jump shot, this, isn't it? He's got to be careful of the scratch here in either side. If he catches this a little bit wrong, scratches on. If he catches it thin, he can go in off in the left, on the left. And if he catches it a little bit thick, he's going to go in the drink on the right.
You know, it would be an interesting matchup as I look at the Polish team, and as we just talked about that, is the Poles against the Spaniards. I think the Poles have the Fargos a little high. Actually, Francisco Sanchez is up at 824, something like that. David Arcadia is over 800, 801. Jonas is 750-ish. I think it'd be pretty good. Be a good little battle.
Like a European Mosconi.
Sure. And there's another safety behind the 8.
Yeah, I like this one better. Oh, he's going to call it in the... Can he get past it to play it in the side? He's going to jump it.
He's going to jump. Oh, well, I guess he can jump that. I was thinking he could kick past it and try to kick it in the lower left-hand corner.
He's using the air rush, and what a great jump cue that is. I had a go with one, and I was jumping too far all the time, and I can't really jump very well, you know.
It does seem to get the ball up pretty darn quick. Yeah,
I'd be happy with that. That's not too bad. And look where the 7 is. I think he's going to go behind the 8 again here, George. Send the... Well, he's left it. Now then.
Oh, he does not have the angle to go towards the 7 with the cue ball.
Can he leave the carom off the 7 on the 9? Or he could even play this easy hasty. After the 6, it doesn't have to pot it, of course. Doesn't have to pot the 6 if he doesn't want to. He could break the 6 and 7 out, the 7 and 9 out.
You know, you might have a good point with that carom. If he hits the, it looks like he can hit the 7, go to the rail and come off the rail to pocket the 9. The 7 goes to the opposite corner pocket for position. Let's see what he does with this. Oh, he banked it and tried to break it out.
Fooled all of us.
Well, actually, that's a great shot. But it just didn't happen for him. Now he's going to have to find a safety here. And
is he not thinking about the 9? He is. He's thinking about the 9 ball. He's playing the combo on the 9.
It's aggressive.
This
I like
is
it.
Very aggressive.
I like it. Confidence in his shot-making abilities, as he just demonstrated by banking that ball cross-side.
Great. Where's the cue ball? He's all right.
He's fine. Now, what he just showed me there is that he knows the table's going to give him some slide. He played that where he knew he couldn't cut the ball, but he was close enough to the pocket that he could slide it off the rail.
Well, this is a great start to our second
great
day
out.
here at the Rio.
And this will close out the first set if he gets these two down here.
A formality, you have to say.
Boy, it sure is nice watching this young man. Both these guys, they just flow around the table. They're fluid. And we'll go to a break and be back with the second set. We are back with set number 2.
Georgie's talking about beef jerky. Made me hungry.
Conrad to break as he lost the lag. Victor broke dry, as I was told from these observant chatters in the chat room. I get some of my best material in there lately. What
Well,
a
that
switch.
That certainly wasn't dry. Now, is he going to play the bank here on the 1 ball? Position on the 2 is guaranteed, I would say. If he plays it with just a little bit more pace, he might even get cover if he misses it. The 1 ball might even come back across behind the 5 somewhere. I think it's worth a go. It's got to be worth having a go at this. Both players pretty aggressive, George.
Well, the thing about if you bang, you're talking about banking it in the side pocket,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah. Do a little bit of work, maybe.
He's going to have to come around the table.
No, he's okay.
Yes, no, he's not going to be okay.
Oh, he's in the
That's
drink.
the reason for it. And even if he held it there by the 3, he's got to contend with the side pocket. And he's not 100% sure to go by the 6 by this angle.
A little bit too aggressive,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think so.
Discretion was the better part of valor there. You look confused now. I haven't bamboozled you, have I?
No, actually, that shot did a little bit because of the way he shot it. I'm surprised that he tried to hold it right there on that side. When you talked about banking it, I considered drawing the ball to the head rail, right-hand side rail, and coming over by the 4-5, 2 rails towards the 2 ball for the side right off the bat.
Yeah, maybe that was just a little bit too much aggression.
You know, they're at the table. They see the better angles.
Oh, he's overhit this one by quite a little way. Okay is no problem, but he's just got to do a little bit more work with the cue ball. Now, may draw past it, or is he running forward? Oh, the 5 must go. I wasn't sure the 5 went.
Great camera there. That answers
Oh,
your question.
And that was just put. How many times does that happen when there's a ball slightly obstructing a pocket? It just makes you maybe adjust that little bit too far.
You're very, very careful not to hit it. So you you beat the kiss.
He can't believe what he's
But
just
you
done.
missed the
Now,
pocket.
this is one of those moments I was talking about. Look at his face
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
He can't believe he's missed that, but he needs to calm down now, needs to get back
Breathe.
to the table next time with a fresh
I agree.
mind.
Good point.
So let's just go around the room very quickly. Alex Pagulayan has just beaten Bart Shupler, also from Poland, 4-1, 4-2. Tyler Steyer lost the first set. He's 1 up in the second. Where else are we going to go? Bader Al-Wahadi, wow. Lost on a shootout to Tommy Tokov.
I was watching part of that match. I was talking to Tommy just before that match started.
Niels Fyan is a set-all. He's in his shootout.
Well, Conrad takes the first game. And the second set, he's got to win the second set to force a shootout, or he goes over to the one-loss side.
James Davey, he's one of your guys, right?
Yeah, he's a very tall gentleman.
Yeah, they call him the Bear, don't they, or something?
I don't know what his nickname is, but he's like about, I would say he's at least 6'5".
He lost the first set against Yannick Ponders, and he's 3-2 down in the second one there. Referee Michaela Tapp from Scotland. Scotland, from a beautiful city, Edinburgh. Has a lovely castle there. I went there as a child.
She has a castle there, or Edinburgh has a castle?
Edinburgh has a castle. I don't know. She might have a castle as well.
That's true, too.
She actually has a pool table company.
Oh,
right,
Scotland. Right. And she was saying, I overheard her talking, and just business is just booming with pool tables because people are getting them for their homes. I actually called her yesterday. I called her the first lady of pool.
What would you call me?
On the air? I have nothing to say. I have nothing bad to say about anyone. Because there's been enough bad things said about me, and I don't like it.
Right. Back to the nice business of this match between these two lovely fellas. 1 ball for ZIELINSKI. Well, I'm surprised he took that on, or did he take it on? Don't think he did. I think he was playing the safety because there was no way he could get on the 2 from there. So he's called it down the corner now.
Jump in a cut shot. My concern here is losing the cue ball off the rail. The 10 ball is actually in a good place. He's got time to get the cue ball.
Called it in the side instead.
Yep. Yeah.
He's got to watch. He doesn't scratch off the 4 here in the side. I know that might sound crazy, but he's gone the other way. That's fine. That's really well played. I thought he was actually going to go for the.
Yeah, he's left the shot. 9 feet away. Thin cut to the corner.
He's going to be tracking towards the 2.
Right towards the 2. Right at the 2 and the 4.
We started a little later today, just a change of schedule, but we do still have 5 live games for you, and it's all free on Billiards TV, of course, and YouTube. And I always like to know, George, where people are watching from. How many different countries are watching in the chat? Let's get people to tell us where they're watching from.
There you go, guys. Guys in the chat. Location, please. I'll read some of those off.
Do you remember what ASL, you know what ASL stands for?
ASL?
Yeah, when they used to put it in these chat rooms and stuff.
No.
Age, sex, location.
Oh.
But we don't want to know what you know, we just want to know your location.
Well, we got one guy from San Antonio, Texas, Daniel Snyder's neck of the woods. In fact, San Antonio. I'll be there in September.
What's going
San
on there,
Antonio.
George?
My wife's niece is going to be getting married in Austin, but we're going to spend a couple days in San Antonio.
Now then, got close to that with the jump cue. I think there's a, well, he can
Here
see
we
this
go.
2-ball.
Michigan, Montreal, South Africa. Whoa, Norway. King 3PO,
Well,
Norway.
South Africa have actually got a player here, representation from Jason Theron, Jason Theron.
Singapore, Nebraska, Montana, New York City, Brooklyn, Alaska, Moscow, Pittsburgh, another NYC, Northern Maine.
Cook kick this 2 rails.
Norway, South Africa, Arizona. Rob James, hey dude. Little shout out to you guys.
Now,
Arkansas.
Will he play the 9 in the side?
Well, here's a tweener. Which way does he go?
I think he's got to play in this bottom right-hand corner. Just draw off the side rail for the 3 into the top right.
Well, his position plays better the other way, but I can understand. He's just going to, exactly. You just called it perfect.
I'm a lefty, George.
Yep. Well, no wonder you play so well.
Of course.
Oh, I talked to a couple of guys you were talking about, Joey Ryan and Mike Molina. Remember you wanted to play them some scotch?
I saw you talking with Joey Ryan this morning.
Yeah, I was hitting some balls with them. They had a new shaft.
Is it on?
I did. I said you were interested in doing that. I didn't get a response. South Africa, Virginia Beach, Montana.
Sounds like you've got geography Tourette's. You just shout, keep shouting out.
People are typing in where they're from. We asked them to.
Yeah, I know,
if you don't call that out, wow. You know, Jamaica. Jamaican me crazy, man.
Never been to Jamaica. Always wanted
Neither
to
have
go
I.
there.
I got a kick out of that because there was a restaurant in Phoenix called Jamaican Me Crazy. And it was Jamaican food.
Well, I'll tell you what, Conrad JUSZCZYSZYN will be going crazy if he doesn't clear up from here. This is a great opportunity to go 2-0 up. Don't forget, the best he can hope for now is a shootout. Oh, and there's that quick cloth.
He started walking back for his jump stick immediately as soon as he hit that.
He really grabbed hold of that one, didn't he?
Here's a good one. Zambia. Another South African, Amarillo. Kansas City.
Oh, well, I think that was a bit of aggression there. As he got away with it, the best he can hope for is it to stick on that side rail. Is it going to? Is it going to make it? Well, it's not a gimme. And he needs to dig down on this if he wants to get on any shot on the 10 ball, unless he just stops it where it is, George. Has he got any angle? He's got, yes, he's got to dig down here. So watch this. Keep that head down, Victor. Oh, what a great shot that is.
Nice follow through, how he just came right through that.
Beautiful,
that was beautiful
shot.
Yeah.
So this then, oh, and he'll be gutted. Conrad missing that position. Just overdrew it. Should have been 2-0 up. It's going to be 1-1.
Almost like a spot shot.
In it goes. We're going to a break. Don't miss this.
And we're back to the Alfa Las Vegas Open. Our sponsors are Alpha Cryptocurrency, Seabirds, Medalla Premium Light Beer, Rums of Puerto Rico, Predator, Kamui. Great little exercise, guys. Thank you for posting where you're from. I missed a few, but we had Finland, Croatia. I have a friend of mine whose father wrote the book, The History of Croatia.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know, I drove through there to Greece in 1981 when it was Yugoslavia.
Oh, wow. Finland, Spain, North Dakota, Poland, United Kingdom, Romania. I'll have to get back onto the commentary. That was a nice exercise and sharing some time with you guys. Thank you for joining us. We're trying to give you the best we can. Keep you interested in the game. These guys have just played so flawless and so just smooth. There's not much you can call. And that's one of the problems with commentating pro pool is 95% of the players play the shots pretty close to the same. Look at this kick, almost got there. But he's left a thin cut or a safety. Oh, he'll cut this all day. He'll cut this all day. I was looking at the table, it looked like a thinner cut. And when I looked at the monitor, I said, oh, nope, he's liking this. Oh, I finally saw Las Vegas. If you're in Vegas, why aren't you down here?
Get down here. Never mind watching the stream.
Yeah.
We want to see you in this arena. Come and say hi. George will buy you a nice bit of rum, a bit of Puerto Rico rum. Won't you, George?
I didn't hear that.
So nicely on this 4-ball. I think the 5 past the 8. I think I've just got a glimpse of that. Just coming round to check. Just having a little walk around, getting his steps in for the day. Do you wear a Fitbit, George?
I used to. I stopped wearing it because I just said, I'm just going to walk.
Just depressing yourself all the time.
Well, I did notice that sometimes when I play pool, I end up walking like 4,600 steps.
That was going to be one of my questions. Yeah. I was going to ask how...
I would watch that when I go out and play one pocket with a friend or something like that. It's about 3.5 hours worth, about 4,000 steps. Of course, I walk my dogs and walk quite a bit.
Tennessee Hennessy used to get his 10,000 steps in a day in one match.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you seen that guy's pre-shot routine, John Hennessy? I think he's going to be here, actually.
I have not.
He's got this bizarre way of chalking his cue. He'll pick the chalk up with his left hand, chalk his cue, put it down, pick it up with his right hand, chalk his cue, put it down, and he'll do that alternate hands 11 times.
Wow. I don't think I like playing him.
No, nobody likes playing him. Saw him at the Derby City Classic, and he got 3 warnings for slow play. So in it goes, taking the lead, and well, Conrad won't be happy at all. Had a great chance to go 2-0 up in this. It went 1-1, and now he's 2-1 down. He just overdrew the 8 to the 10. Really got hold of it. Sorry, the 7 to the 8, wasn't it? Overdrew, tried to jump the 8 in the side. Victor played that amazing shot, drew the cue ball back from close to the rail.
Nice graphics on the arena there. You see CueSports International. You see the sponsors: Alpha, Rums of Puerto Rico, USA Pool League, BCA Pool League, Alpha Cryptocurrency, the Predator Apex. That changes up, and you can do quite a few things with that, as this young man does here with this break. There goes the 3. He's got a shot. And look at the 1 ball set up. Not very well.
Yeah, just talking about the graphics. Big shout out to JP, who designed all these logos you're seeing and worked tirelessly for hours and hours and hours getting this arena looking as gorgeous as it does. So well done,
Mm-hmm.
JP. Well done to all the team that set this amazing venue up. It really is incredible. And this is going to be right behind the 8 here. Watch this.
I've seen this question come up a couple times now.
As well. Nice. How are you getting out of this, George?
How am I getting out of this? Can you tie the 5 up right by the 8?
Well, it's difficult.
He doesn't have a 2. I was thinking he'd go 2 rails straight up to the left side there and off the side rail and come over, but no, the 2 ball blocks that.
Yeah, he's doing what you said, I think. He's going to tie up the 5. Good call, George Tayashaya.
Don't bounce out. It didn't.
No, it's okay. Great call.
Well, there's a 3-foul rule in effect with the 5 ball being tied up. It's so hard to 3-foul someone, though. It's just so hard.
Well, I think he's going for it because he's not setting this up as if he wants to make it. Or is he?
Yeah.
He's not. He's going to put him in behind the 4 and the 10, I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do.
Let's see what it is. He's only got 7 more seconds to do it without calling an extension.
I'm getting dizzy. It's called the extension.
You called the extension, yeah.
My alarm went off this morning and I thought it was the shot clock going off.
Can't you set your
I had
your
30
ringer?
seconds to get out of bed.
That was good, Mark. That was funny. Nice kick shot here. You might end up behind that 9.5759. There it is. Pretty close. That was
bizarre,
pretty close, yeah.
Quite a bizarre little thing there from Victor when he was sizing up his shot, deciding on which way to play a really good.
Well, what I liked about what he
Safe.
did there when he played that safety is he didn't run the cue ball around the table to try to get safe. A lot of players will run, and I'm one of them. I'm guilty of that. Run the cue ball around, like in a billiard shot, and go 2 rails to end up behind 2 balls. It's higher percentage when you don't run around very much.
Yeah, as the great Tony Robles would say, play what's easiest.
Yeah.
And talking of Tony Robles, he will be in the booth with me for the next one. George needs to go shopping.
Yeah, you need to get some food, guys.
Guys, have you?
I'm wasting away here. I'm about to pass out.
So, I think he's going to hook him again here.
Well, that's...
He's really turning the screw here, isn't he? Victor, he smells blood, George.
Well, it's tough
Oh,
to...
and this is tough as well. If he gets behind... Oh, well,
it's
not as difficult as it should have been.
He's got the long rail kick down table and back up.
He's also got the 2 railer here, look.
Yeah, this is nice. He's got a nice open path.
He might even make this.
Yes.
Off 2 rails.
He's
going to make it. He's going to make it.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Just a hair harder, and he's got a shot on the deuce.
Oh, he needs another one. Can he bank this kick
I've
bank?
seen this kick banked over, yes.
Oh, he nearly cut it in. Will he get safe? He
He's
deserves
gonna
a bit of luck.
And he got it because that 2 ball won't go by the 8.
Yeah.
He's got 3, and there's no way he can't get behind anything.
This is going to be a very, very touchy little shot.
He
this
can
one.
just thin the 2 ball really, really thin and come
Might
off
even
the
play
left
it rail
side.
first. Play it rail first. I like this.
Yeah.
There you go. Just flick across. Well played, Victor. See, and what I like about this, 2 young guys here, but very seasoned, George, playing the right shots, and, finding the right shot to play as well.
Yeah, they did great job with that one. Yeah, next on this table at noon will be David Alcaide and John Bernardes.
This is tough. This is tough. This is tough. He's got a
He's
good
got
hit.
a hit.
It's a good hit. We can't see it because he's standing in the way.
And he got a safety out of it.
What
Can
a
he
shot.
go? I don't think he can go to the rail there and get to the 2.
We need our referee wearing a GoPro. That's what we need.
Wow. Oh, I think he can get by the 7 to go 3 rails, kicking the 2 off the bottom rail.
Yeah,
That's
and leaving behind the 9.
Getting there is the one thing.
Here we go.
Let's see what he's going to
No.
do. He's moving the 10 ball
He's
out
tying
of play.
trying to tie the
Trying to
4 up.
Yeah.
Hasn't worked. Oh, has it?
Well, the 5's tied up. Now, guess what?
3 fouls.
Victor tried to 3 foul him. He's going to return the favor.
Taste of your own medicine.
Yeah,
Right in
and
tight
that
behind.
5-8.
Oh, that's a poor shot.
Just that it's not a little harder.
It's not
with
a great shot. He should have been right in tight behind both of them balls there. Unless he wanted to break them up, of course. That could have also been in his mind.
This is a rather tactical game here.
I'm actually enjoying this, George.
He's going to put that up by the 10.
Wow, this could turn into a marathon, this one, because look at this.
Ball in hand.
Wow. Wow. I like to see this.
So he's on 2, right? Yeah. Yeah.
I really like to see this. Yeah, 2 fouls. Now then, would you consider here?
I think he can get to the 4, so yeah. I like going for the out here. If the 5 ball goes by the 9, which I think it does, I like going for the out.
And if something goes wrong, of course, you've still got your safety to fall back on.
Yeah.
So well, he's finished perfect.
Now once you open this up.
Oh,
he's straight in.
Can he pinch anything? Oh, don't draw in off.
Yeah,
oh,
he's
dear,
straight in.
Well, that was on. He was hoping for a
little kiss.
For a miracle. So now.
I thought he was just going to draw it back like a foot. And shoot the 5 down the rail.
Now a chance for ZIELINSKI.
Well, it
backfired. On the hill again.
The tactics, he got out-tactied.
Tacticianed.
Yeah, he got tacticianed.
If there isn't a word for it, George, we'll make one up.
That's it.
So prime position here. This has been the longest rack by far of the match so far, but it's been an interesting one. Long racks aren't always tedious.
And this will take a 3-1 lead in the second set and close Conrad out if you can. He might be his fellow countryman, but he has he wants to move up.
So this 10 ball, quick break, and we'll be back with Victor's break on the hill.
And breaking the balls is Victor ZIELINSKI, leading 3-1 the second set. Trying to close his fellow countryman Konrad JUSZCZYSZYN right out. And you can see the screen now. We got World Billiard TV, Mega. And you got balls going down like the table's leaking. Is that 5-ball going to make it? Nope, close.
Just a few scores from around the room. Max Lechner has gone through. No problem. 4-1, 4-0 against Larry Leach. We've got Tyler Steyer. He's in a shootout at the moment. I'll let you know. Tyler has just won his shootout, George.
Ah, so he moves on. Two-stage tournament, 64 players will be here on Saturday in the second stage.
So just explain how that works, George, please. So
okay, 192 players started out.
Yeah.
It will be played down in the first stage as double elimination, right down to the final 64 players. And then it goes to a redraw. And the first round one, the losers of round one will get $500. Of course, the winners move on to round two. And round two, the 16 players who win round two will get $1,000 apiece. Round three, $2,000 apiece.
Oh.
Round four, $4,000 apiece. Each round is basically worth $16,000 in prize funds. And then the final, of course, is $15,000 for second place and $30,000 for first place in this 192-player field.
Was a very succinct and well presented description of this event.
I stayed up all night writing that.
Yeah, while you were talking about the format and the prize money, Conrad got out of shape on the 4, finished right mountain-topped over the top of the 8-ball. Had to play a safety, but made it a good safety. And there's no way back from here. He must win this rack, or Victor ZIELINSKI will advance.
Is he playing the cue ball behind the 6? Nope, not hard enough. He's going to wish he had.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at what you said when we were between racks.
Okay.
When I said I think Tyler Steyer practices the 10-ball shootout shot more than anyone. And you said, what did you say? No,
I did not say anything.
You said
I raised my hand.
Oh, no, he needs to come past this.
He did not.
How's he finished on that? Well, I think he's almost given up here by the looks of that. Just so annoyed with himself there. Just got down and hit that.
He said close it out.
No one likes to see a player
do
that way.
Yeah. I would have looked to a, with that ball by the side pocket, I'd have to look for a way to try to get there.
Yeah, I think his body language shows that
he's disgusted.
Disgusted with himself. I think he just decelerated on the 4-ball. Oof. So you can't say Conrad hasn't had his chances.
Well, 2 balls to close this match out.
You've got to go back to where he was 1-0 ahead. He missed a relatively easy ball. Victor cleaned up. Then all of a sudden it's 1-1. Then he goes 2-1 and he hasn't recovered from there.
Yeah, well.
So this 10-ball then for victory for the younger pole.
21-year-old to move on.
He's going to cross the finishing line. In it goes, and we'll be back at midday.